Ladies and gentlemen, there was a moment before you took your first breath when the heavens whispered your name, a moment when the dreams placed inside you were not yours alone, but a part of something greater, something eternal. And yet, how many of us have let those dreams slip through our fingers like sand in the wind? Life has a way of testing us, of placing mountains where there should be clear paths, of whispering lies that tell us to settle, to quit, to accept something less than the vision we once held in our hearts. But I tell you this, those dreams were not given to you in vain. They were not placed within you to be buried beneath fear, disappointment, or delay. Think of the seed planted in the ground. In the darkness, it might seem as though nothing is happening, but beneath the surface, life is stirring. The roots are taking hold, and in due time, it will break through the soil and rise. Your dreams are the same. Just because you do not see them fulfilled today does not mean they are dead. A delay is not a denial. There was never a moment when you were an accident, never a time when you were placed on this earth without purpose. If you took your first breath, something greater was already at work in you. The dreams you carry in your heart are not random ideas, not fleeting desires born out of human ambition. They were placed within you for a reason, entrusted to you as part of a higher calling. A dream is not just a wish. It is a seed, a divine blueprint that speaks to the destiny you were created to fulfill. In a world filled with distractions, pressures, and the voices of doubt, it becomes easy to forget this truth. It is easy to believe that dreams are just childish fantasies, something that belongs to the idealism of youth but has no place in the reality of life. But this is the great deception. Those who walk away from their dreams do not do so because they were never meant to achieve them, but because they lost sight of their purpose. They allowed fear, failure, and the opinions of others to convince them that their dream was too big, too unrealistic, too impossible. But if a dream were easy, it would not be worth pursuing. If it did not require faith, perseverance, and sacrifice, it would not carry the weight of purpose. Throughout history, the greatest breakthroughs, the most extraordinary accomplishments, and the most powerful transformations came through those who refused to let go of the vision placed within them. They faced rejection, endured setbacks, and walked through seasons where nothing seemed to be happening. And yet they pressed forward because they understood that their dream was not just about themselves, it was part of something greater. Every person is given a unique calling, something only they can fulfill. No one else has the same combination of experiences, gifts, and perspectives that you do. What has been placed within you was not given to another. And that means if you do not walk in your purpose, something will be missing in the world. The dream you carry is not just for you. It is meant to impact others, to bring light, change, and transformation. If you give up, if you allow yourself to believe the lie that it does not matter, you are not just letting go of a dream, you are letting go of a part of the reason you were placed here. But how do you hold on when doubt creeps in? How do you move forward when life throws obstacles in your way? The key is to remember that the dream was never meant to be achieved in your own strength alone. There is a greater force at work, guiding, leading, and strengthening you when you feel weak. You were never meant to carry the burden of your dream alone. When you align yourself with your purpose, doors open that you could never have forced open on your own. Opportunities appear, divine connections are made, and what once seemed impossible begins to unfold before you. Yet, there is a choice. Many will stand at the edge of their destiny and turn back, afraid of what it will require of them. Others will allow the comfort of routine, the fear of failure, or the voices of the doubters to convince them to settle. But those who choose to believe, to take one step at a time, even when the path is unclear, will see the impossible come to pass. They will see the dream that was once just a whisper in their soul become a living reality. The purpose inside you is not something that can be erased by time, by failure, or by the opinions of others. It is waiting, it is alive, and it is calling you forward. There will come a time when the dream you once held so clearly in your heart seems distant, buried beneath the weight of struggles, disappointments, and delays. It may feel as though the vision you once believed in so strongly has faded, as if the fire that once burned inside you has dimmed. This is where many give up, where many walk away, convinced that because things have not come together as they expected, the dream must have been an illusion. But this is not the truth. The presence of obstacles does not mean the absence of destiny. The difficulties you face are not signs that your dream is dead. They are part of the very process that brings it to life. Every great vision encounters resistance. No tree grows tall without first pushing through the ground. No masterpiece is created without effort and struggle. No story worth telling is written without moments of trial. When the dream seems impossible, when the way forward is unclear, this is not the time to surrender. It is the time to press on. Just because you do not see the result yet does not mean nothing is happening. Much like a seed planted in the soil, the most crucial growth often happens beneath the surface, in the unseen. The roots are taking hold, the foundation is being built, and in due time, what was hidden will break through. Many mistake the waiting season for a wasted season. They see delays as denials and obstacles as evidence that they were never meant to succeed. But the waiting is not a punishment, it is preparation. It is in the waiting that endurance is developed, that character is strengthened, that the dream is refined. If everything came easily, if every dream was fulfilled the moment it was imagined, it would lack depth, meaning, and significance. The journey is what makes the fulfillment of the dream worthwhile. It is the struggle that prepares you to carry the weight of the blessing. The greatest danger is not the obstacle itself, but the voice that tells you to quit. The voice that whispers, it's too hard, it's taking too long, maybe this isn't meant for you. That voice is a liar. It speaks not from truth, but from fear. It seeks to rob you of what is rightfully yours. The ones who succeed are not always the most talented, the most skilled, or the most connected. They are the ones who refuse to let the obstacles define them. They are the ones who push forward when everything in them wants to turn back. There will be moments when the path is unclear, when every effort seems fruitless, when the dream appears further away than ever before. But these are the moments that separate those who reach their destiny from those who give up too soon. Those who choose to keep going, who choose to believe even when there is no evidence in sight, are the ones who will see the impossible come to pass. They understand that struggles are not barriers, they are stepping stones. Every challenge is an opportunity to grow stronger, to gain wisdom, to become the person capable of handling the fulfillment of the dream. No dream worth pursuing comes without a fight. The greater the calling, the greater the resistance. The enemy of your destiny wants you to believe that setbacks mean you are on the wrong path. But in reality, they are proof that you are on the right one. The obstacles are not there to stop you. They are there to shape you, to refine you, to prepare you for what is coming. If you do not give up, if you do not lose heart, if you choose to keep moving forward no matter what stands in your way, then nothing, no delay, no struggle, no hardship can keep you from the dream that was meant for you. Fear and discouragement are among the greatest thieves of destiny. They creep in silently, whispering doubts, planting hesitation, and convincing people to abandon what they were meant to pursue. Many who were called to greatness never saw it fulfilled, not because they lacked talent or opportunity, but because they allowed fear to dictate their choices. Fear has a way of magnifying obstacles, making them appear larger than they really are. It paralyzes, causing people to stay where it feels safe instead of stepping into the unknown. But no dream has ever been realized without risk. No calling has ever been fulfilled without stepping beyond what is comfortable. The very nature of a dream requires faith to see beyond what is, to believe in what is not yet visible, and to walk toward it even when the path is uncertain. Discouragement often follows fear. When things do not happen as expected, when doors close, when progress is slow, discouragement whispers, maybe this isn't meant for you. It tells people to settle, to accept something less, to let go of what once felt certain. The danger of discouragement is that it does not strike all at once. It builds over time. One disappointment after another, one delay after another, until the dream that once seemed possible now feels like a distant memory. Many do not realize they have given up because they did not quit in a single moment. They simply stopped believing little by little. But the truth is, discouragement only has power when it is accepted. The ones who hold on, who refuse to let setbacks define their future, are the ones who see their dreams come to pass. Fear and discouragement are powerful, but they are not greater than the dream itself. The calling placed inside you is stronger than any doubt, more enduring than any setback. What has been placed within you was not given lightly, and it was not meant to be stolen by fear. Every person who has ever accomplished something great has faced moments when they wanted to give up, moments when they questioned whether it was worth it. But what separates those who succeed from those who don't is the decision to keep going, to fight through the fear, to push past the discouragement, to refuse to let doubt have the final say. One of the greatest lies people believe is that they must wait until they feel ready, until the fear is gone, until the discouragement disappears. But courage is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to move forward despite it. Strength is not never feeling weak. It is choosing to rise again every time you fall. The dream that was placed inside you was meant to be pursued, to be fought for, to be lived out. If you allow fear and discouragement to dictate your steps, you will always find a reason to stop. But if you choose to push forward, no matter how uncertain the road ahead may seem, you will find that the dream itself carries the strength you need to reach it. There will be voices that tell you it is not possible, that it is too late, that you are not enough. There will be moments when you feel weary, when the burden feels too heavy to carry. But those who reach the fulfillment of their dreams are not the ones who never face struggle. They are the ones who refuse to let struggle define their outcome. The dream was placed within you for a reason. It was never meant to be stolen by fear. It was never meant to be surrendered to discouragement. It was meant to be pursued. It was meant to be realized. And if you do not give up, if you silence the voices of doubt, if you choose to believe, even when the evidence is not yet there, you will see the impossible come to pass. Delis are often mistaken for denials. When a dream does not come to pass as quickly as expected, it is easy to believe that it was never meant to happen. People look at their lives, see the years passing, the prayers unanswered, the doors unopened, and they begin to doubt whether the dream was real in the first place. But the truth is, timing is everything. Just as a seed does not bear fruit the moment it is planted, neither do dreams come to pass the moment they are conceived. There is a process, a season of preparation, a time of refinement before the fulfillment. The delay is not there to discourage, but to develop. It is shaping, strengthening, and readying you for what is to come. The waiting season is often the most difficult part of the journey. It is where faith is tested, where perseverance is required, where doubts attempt to creep in. It is easy to believe in a dream when everything is going smoothly, when opportunities are lining up, when doors are opening. But the real test comes when nothing seems to be moving, when the vision feels distant, when progress is invisible. This is the place where many give up, where many abandon what was meant for them. They mistake the silence for rejection, the stillness for failure. But just because you do not see movement does not mean nothing is happening. A tree does not stop growing simply because it is unseen beneath the surface. The roots are deepening, the foundation is being built, and in due time it will break through. Delays often come not to stop you, but to prepare you. If a dream were to be handed over too soon, it could be lost, mishandled, or destroyed. Just as a house must have a strong foundation before the walls are built, a person must be ready to carry the weight of the dream before it is fulfilled. Every trial, every obstacle, every moment of waiting is refining, teaching, and preparing for the moment when everything falls into place. Those who quit in the waiting never see what was meant for them, but those who endure, who trust the process, who remain steadfast even when nothing seems to be happening, will one day look back and see that every delay was part of the plan. The danger of impatience is that it often leads to settling. When things do not happen quickly, people begin to compromise. They accept something less than what was meant for them simply because it is easier, because it does not require as much faith, because it provides immediate relief from the discomfort of waiting. But a temporary solution is never worth sacrificing a permanent destiny. The greatest dreams, the ones that truly change lives, require patience. They require trust. They require an understanding that just because something is taking time does not mean it is not coming. Some of the greatest achievements in history were built not in a day, not in a year, but over a lifetime of perseverance. Those who hold on, who refuse to take shortcuts, who choose to wait for what is right rather than settle for what is easy, will receive the reward that was always meant for them. The waiting is never wasted. Every delay has a purpose. Every season of stillness is filled with unseen movement. Every moment of uncertainty is shaping something greater than can be imagined. The ones who walk away never see what was waiting just beyond the horizon. But those who trust, who hold on even when it seems impossible, will one day step into the very thing they once thought was lost. The dream is not denied. It is only waiting for the right time. Dreams do not come to pass on their own. They require action, persistence, and an unwavering commitment to move forward, even when the path is unclear. Many people have great visions, powerful dreams, and deep desires for something more, but they remain in the same place because they never take the steps necessary to bring those dreams to life. A dream without action is nothing more than a wish. It remains an idea, a possibility, something that could have been but never was. The difference between those who fulfill their destiny and those who do not is not the size of their dream, but their willingness to act on it. Taking action does not always mean making giant leaps. Sometimes it means taking small, consistent steps, even when those steps seem insignificant. Many people hesitate to move forward because they feel unprepared, unqualified, or uncertain. They wait for the perfect moment, for a time when fear is gone and everything feels secure, but that moment never comes. There will always be uncertainty, always be challenges, always be a reason to wait. But those who accomplish great things understand that movement creates momentum. The first step is always the hardest, but it is also the most important. Once you take it, the path becomes clearer and the dream begins to take shape. Fear of failure holds many people back from taking action. They worry that if they try and fail, they will prove to themselves and others that they were never capable in the first place. But failure is not the end of a dream. It is part of the process. Every person who has ever succeeded has faced failure along the way. It is in failure that lessons are learned, resilience is built, and strength is developed. The only true failure is never trying at all. If you wait until success is guaranteed before you act, you will never move forward. The path to every great achievement is paved with mistakes, setbacks, and moments of doubt. But those who refuse to give up, who keep pushing forward despite their failures, are the ones who ultimately see their dreams realized. Taking action also means being willing to sacrifice. Every dream comes with a cost. It may require giving up comfort, investing time, or stepping away from things that are familiar. Many people are unwilling to make these sacrifices, choosing instead to hold on to what is safe and easy. But nothing great is ever achieved without sacrifice. Success requires discipline, consistency, and the ability to keep going even when results are not immediate. Those who reach their goals are not necessarily the most talented or the most gifted. They are the ones who were willing to put in the work, to keep moving forward even when no one was watching, even when no one was applauding, even when it seemed like nothing was happening. A dream remains just a dream unless it is pursued with action. It is not enough to hope, to wish, or to imagine what could be. It must be fought for, worked for, and relentlessly pursued. Many people live with regret, not because they never had dreams, but because they never had the courage to chase them. They look back and realize that the only thing that stood between them and their destiny was the decision to take the first step. No matter how impossible it seems, no matter how unqualified you feel, no matter how much fear tells you to wait, the time to act is now. Dreams do not wait for perfect conditions. They come to life when you decide to move, to step forward in faith, to pursue them with everything you have. Those who take action, even in the face of uncertainty, are the ones who see the impossible become possible. The dream that was placed within you is not lost. It may feel distant, buried beneath the weight of time, failure, and doubt, but it is still alive. The vision that once stirred your heart, the purpose that once ignited your passion, has not disappeared. It is waiting for you. Too many people walk away from their dreams, believing that because they have faced setbacks, because they have made mistakes, because life has taken unexpected turns, they have missed their chance. But the truth is, as long as there is breath in your lungs, your dream is not beyond reach. The calling on your life does not expire. No failure is final, no detour is too great, and no delay is too long to keep you from what was meant for you. Life has a way of wearing people down. The pressures of survival, the weight of responsibilities, and the disappointments of the past make it easy to let go of dreams and settle for less. People convince themselves that they are too old, too inexperienced, or too late. They look at others who seem to be ahead and assume that their time has passed. But a dream is not bound by time. Some of the greatest accomplishments in history have come from those who refused to believe that their best days were behind them. As long as you are willing to rise again, to reclaim what was once placed in your heart, the dream is still possible. The path may not look the way you expected. The journey may have taken longer than you planned, but that does not mean it is over. Many give up because they focus on what they have lost instead of what is still possible. They dwell on the mistakes they have made, the opportunities they have missed, the years they feel have been wasted. But what is ahead of you is always greater than what is behind you. The lessons you have learned, the strength you have gained, and the wisdom you have developed through your struggles have not been in vain. Every setback was preparing you, every delay was refining you, and every challenge was equipping you for the fulfillment of your dream. The story is not finished, and as long as you are willing to keep going, the best chapters are yet to be written. Too often, people wait for permission to pursue what is already theirs. They wait for the right moment, the right circumstances, the right signs, but the dream is waiting for you to take hold of it. It will not come to life by accident. It will not be handed to you without effort. It requires a decision, a choice to step forward, to believe again, to take action despite fear and uncertainty. The time will never feel perfect, and the path will never be completely clear. But those who walk into their destiny are not the ones who waited for everything to align. They are the ones who moved forward despite the unknown. Reclaiming your dream means silencing the voices that tell you it is too late. It means shutting out the doubts, the fears, and the lies that say you are not enough. It means refusing to settle for a life that is less than what you were created for. It means daring to believe again, daring to hope again, daring to fight for what was placed within you. The world may not see it yet. Others may have forgotten it, but it is there. You can feel it stirring, calling, waiting. A dream does not die unless you let it. It does not disappear unless you choose to walk away. No matter how long it has been, no matter how many times you have fallen, no matter how much has stood in your way, the dream is still alive, it is still waiting, and it is calling you forward.